Sorry, folks. I'm trying to stiffen this ball joint that's on my boom stand here for my whatchamacallit here, my camera. I'm probably going to have to drill a hole, tap it, and then screw it down. I'm trying to figure out what to do here in the meantime to kind of like Rube Goldberg this thing. I did put some nail polish into the joint to see if I can stiffen it, but all it did was just lubricate the thing. And now it won't cooperate with me. So I don't know if I made it better or worse. I'm trying to use an old plumber's trick using my stick rule to act as a temporary stand for this thing. Just at least until it solidifies and dries. So the live stream perspective may be a little wonky this morning. Forgive me for that. Well, that's going to have to do for now. It's the best I can do without gravity taking over. And I'm trying everything to get this thing to look centered, but I'm not expecting a big crowd in this live stream anyway to begin with. It's too early in the morning. Yeah, this thing is just not going to cooperate with me this morning, right? Unless I put this down, I kind of get it to sit like that. Let's see if that works. My apologies, folks. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, it's not going to... This thing is starting to show its age, unfortunately. It does not want to stay. I am trying, though. I'm trying to get it to stay in one spot. Not quite where I want it, but it's close enough. All right, that should be good. If I don't mess with it, it should set right there. I actually put a little bit of epoxy on the joint, which kind of sucks because it's on a ball joint and it's supposed to swivel. But such as the problem solver that I am to try to get it to work for now until I can figure out a better way, which is going to be part of the topic I'm going to discuss today. You know, one of my viewers, unfortunately, had a very personal tragedy happen to them, and I understand where this person's coming from. Ah, that's good. Ice cold. You know, you can't just roll over and give up. You can't roll over and give up. You can't do that. You can't let this world beat you. It is hard. It's rough. I know people have hopes, dreams, and aspirations of what they want in their lives. Me too. A lot of the things I have, I'm very fortunate to have, but there are a lot of things that have happened that, you know, have broke me. This morning, Jenny messaged me again. And she refuses to listen to anything I have to say. She continues to refuse to listen to anything I have to say. Every time I've tried to convince Jenny of listening to reason, she just will not listen to reason. That's what happens when people have default judgments, that they just won't listen. They only see things from their narrow-minded horse blinders. And it's not fair. You can imagine what that's like, screaming into a canyon, trying to convince somebody of something that they just don't want to open their eyes to. And Jenny's like that. She's like this, with the horse blinders. She only sees in one direction. And despite my best interest to convince her of things, she just still will not listen. And what am I supposed to do? Go on with my life being alone by myself, with no woman by my side? It's not right. When people refuse to listen to reason, it's so difficult trying to convince them of things. And that's where depression, sadness, and loneliness sets in. One of my viewers, unfortunately, found themselves in this situation, and I can sympathize with that, but you can't roll over and give up. You know, if you guys watch my live stream that I did fairly recently, today, hopefully, if the social worker is there, there's the vacuum that I fixed, that I found, that hopefully can go to somebody. Hopefully this thing doesn't crash. There's an example of it right here, of not rolling over and giving up. When I'm at my lowest, I feel at my worst, I feel down, I start self-loathing. I feel like I have nobody to talk to. I find ways. I go through my 48 to 72 hours of grieving, and then somehow brush off the dust, and I come right back. You know, when Jenny sends me these messages, she just refuses to listen. She does not want to listen to me. It's like screaming at a brick wall. When you have people like this in this world that only cares about what they want, and they're not willing to listen to what you want, and they're not willing to compromise, and they're not willing to see eye to eye, it's one of the most difficult things that I think people have to face, is when people refuse to listen. That's why politics has failed me, because these politicians don't care. And dealing with people on the left, well, I guess it could be from their point of view is equally as bad as dealing with somebody on the right. But with the things that they are promoting and pushing in our society, they refuse to listen. They won't listen. We have laws and rules for a reason, and they refuse to listen. They refuse to take a look at their own behavior and say, you know, maybe these people are right. I'm wasting my time. I'm better than this. But a lot of them just don't care. They want to be something that they're not, and they're not willing to work for it. And as a result, there's a narcissism that's there. It's a sociopathy that they refuse to listen. It's like Jenny again this morning. And I tried again to make her see reason, and she won't listen. Jenny just will not listen to reason. She only cares about what she wants. You can't just snap your fingers and make things happen. That's not how life works. It's very unrealistic. And today, with the way things are, people put each other under enormous pressure, but they are not willing to make any effort. I run a business from my home. Let me show you. Besides this vacuum cleaner that I repaired, here's my orders. Here are my latest eBay orders that I need to get out today. Grateful that I made some money. With this, I actually ordered for more dihydroberberine and benfotiamine R-alpha lipoic acid for my blood sugar. That's a huge help because that's expensive stuff. But I'm grateful. I run an eBay business, man, and I'm trying to make as much money as I can. A lot of things have happened in a very short order. And a lot of things have happened over the past 2 or 3 years that I never expected to have happen. I mean, listen, death is part of life, I didn't think my dad would die, but he did. My father died. My friend Wolf died. My former buddy that used to live here, my friend Esteban, he fled to Costa Rica because of Trump's bullshit. Esteban was a bit of a dick sometimes, but you know what? At least he worked. He worked legitimately. He owned his own business. He had 2 work trucks, and he did construction work. And I will vouch for the fact he was not a drug dealer. He was not a PDF file. He wasn't a violent criminal or anything like that, but he feared being deported. Today's his birthday, and I'm probably going to call him later. But the fucking world is so miserable that people just refuse to listen to reason. They don't want to listen to the voice of reason. Again, like with Jenny this morning, I run a business from my home. What am I doing? What did I do that's so bad? There you go. What am I doing wrong? Except for trying to make money. I could spend this on all the beer I want. I could spend this, I don't smoke. I could buy more shirts for myself and more jerseys, but I'm self-aware. I'm at that point now where it's time to downsize because I'm running out of space. What's going on, Chris? How you doing? Welcome to the live stream. But the things I'm saying are true. I take a look in the mirror once in a while and I look and I say, hey man, I've got too much stuff. I've got too many sneakers. I got too many shirts. I've got too many collectibles. It's time to stop and downsize and get rid of some things. I still have a whole bunch of stuff. If you guys have noticed, I've been pumping out more reviews lately on the channel because I'm that self-aware to know that I've got too much stuff. And it's time to get rid of that stuff. That's why I've been selling all my things. And unfortunately, with the baseball card hobby, I haven't made any good sales. This is the latest sale. 1 baseball card. A Ben Rice Topps Chrome rookie. A base rookie. My eBay store has come to a screeching halt. That's why when I get orders like this, I have to appreciate what I get. It's insane. And it's not right and it's not fair. And then when you stand up for yourself, people will still kick you down in the dirt. They'll spit on you. They'll stab you in the back. There are people out there that don't want to see you succeed. There are people that don't want to see me running this eBay business. They don't want to see me on camera. They want me to shut up and keep quiet. And yet I still persevere. I'm getting all of these messages now. Here we go. What's going on here? Even now I'm getting messages from people. Quite frankly, I don't care. And I'll tell you why. Too many people have betrayed me in the past. Too many people have hurt me. Too many people have stabbed me in the back. When I was in trouble, people literally threw me under the bus to protect their own fucking necks. Even this person that just messaged me right now, I don't care. I have every right still to be angry. I helped somebody do something that they wanted more than anything, and what did I get in return? So the person that messaged me, if you're watching this live stream, I don't give a shit. And you have to take that position. I don't care. Because nobody cared about me. And now I have to care about somebody else when I went out of my way to help people and do things. I don't care. I was never this cold, unfortunately, but I have to be because of what was done to me in the past. I had a lot of people that I went out of my way for. And then when things fell apart, nobody was by my side. They all just said, fuck off. Keep quiet. Shut up. I don't care. And now that I've restarted my life down here over the past 2 years, it's been a nonstop nightmare of just people that want to use me, take advantage of me, take me for granted. And to this person, again, like I said, that just messaged me, I helped this person to do something that they were really looking forward to doing, had them in my home again, and treated them like family, and treated them like a brother. Because when I say brother, I mean it. When people were depressed and hurting, I was there for them. Where were people for me when I was sleeping underneath the Van Wyck Expressway in New York? A little gratitude and reciprocity always goes a long way with me. And that part of me will never change. So I frankly don't care what people say and think about my stance on a lot of things. I've gone out of my way too many times. And I will always and forever resent the people that threw me under the bus. My supposed brothers and sisters out there. Bullshit. I've had to become cold, unfortunately. I never thought I would be like this. Many of you, who participate in my live streams, I especially with one of my viewers recently that was talking about he got thrown into a psych ward because people decided to fucking snap judge him without giving him a chance to defend himself. And for what? For what? You can't just take and take and take and take and not give in return. And I will not apologize for my words because it's a fact. I have extended myself way too many times over the years. And instead of people being there by my side when I needed them the most, they fucking threw me under the bus. Nobody stood up for me. Nobody watched out for me. When I was in the street, sleeping in my car for a year, did anybody come and check up on me? Maybe 2 people, if anything. Out of the hundreds of people I got to meet in New York City, nobody came to my fucking aid when I needed them the most. Especially the costume freak shows up in New York. One of which I helped to do something that he wanted to do, and that was to be like Darth Vader, like myself. I'll never get an apology. I don't expect an apology. I've had to learn, unfortunately, to take care of myself. And many of you have to do the same thing, unfortunately. This is the world we live in. People now are just like this vacuum cleaner here that I fixed. They just want, and they take and they take and they take. Oh, they're such nice guys at the moment. But God forbid that person gets into trouble with something, people immediately turn their backs on that person, like what was done with me. The very sign that something goes wrong with you, people will instantly turn their back on you. This is the world we live in, folks. And to my one viewer that found himself in a very bad predicament, I truly feel sorry for you. I really do, because I know what that's like. I know what it feels like to be fucking run over by people who are supposed to be there for you. People that you trust, people that you invest your time and money into, people that you invest your heart and soul into. And then the very second that you get into trouble or something goes wrong, that's when people truly show their colors to you. People need you when they need you. When they don't need you, they discard you like an old newspaper inside of a subway car. And I'm glad many of you see things from my point of view. Again, I'm nobody. Not a spokesman. I'm not trying to be a spokesman. I'm not looking for a pat on the shoulder. But every once in a while, man, it's nice for people to reciprocate. Even around here where I live, I've had plenty of people take me for granted and take advantage of me. Except for my man Shaky that comes up here every so often that you see on camera. I don't see anybody, reciprocating. I mean, well, again, some of my friends and neighbors, unfortunately, are going through a hard time. I don't get to see them as much as I used to because I'm here at home doing my eBay stuff. But when we get together, man, food and beer and everything is spread all over the place. And that's how it's supposed to be. All for one and one for all. But the very minute you get into trouble, people will fucking spit on you. I have no respect for the people in my former home, except for a handful of people. Because at the end of the day, people will always choose themselves over somebody else. And them fucking costume people up there, all they care about are free tickets and pushing political agendas and protecting their fucking 501c bullshit. What's going on, Yuki? One of my viewers was threatening to self-immolate, self-terminate, and ended up in a psych ward yesterday. Psych ward, excuse me. Was anybody there for this person? Did anybody listen to this person? Did they give this person a chance? Because they found something on the internet from fucking many moons ago, all of a sudden that defines that person? Bullshit. Bullshit. It shouldn't. And it doesn't have to. And I feel sorry for this individual. Because it happened with me. It happened here in North Carolina. Twice. Where I was falsely accused of things that I didn't do. And I've showed the acquittal letters just for the sake of conversation. I'll show them again. I'll show them again. Because somebody, of course, will make up some bullshit. Here they are. There's the acquittal letters. And it's not the first time I've been falsely accused of things. But I've got the receipts to back it up. You do not have to be a slave to your past. You have a right to move past things like this. You have a right to improve upon yourself without people trying to chain you down to your past. You don't have to be chained to your past. You have a right to move on with your life. I still have people falsely accusing me of being a fraud from the World Trade Center. Here's a letter from my union. To this day, I still get accused of being a fraud. Letters of commendation, character reference letters on my behalf, even thank you cards from my neighbors. I don't need to have a fucking white apron giving fancy fucking handshakes to people and stuffing money in an envelope and saying I'm doing a good deed. The good deed that I'm doing is doing stuff like this, actually doing things to help people. That will never change with me. No one can take that from me. And when they try, I'll go through my 72 hours of grief, and then I just start all over again and collect myself. Here's my timesheet from my union. Oh, he's a 9/11 fraud. He was never there. He never did this, never did that. This was validated in a court of law with 3 fucking separate cases that I had. But yet certain people persist in continuing a narrative against me. And I still press on. I continue to press on. You don't need to be chained to your past, ladies and gentlemen. You do not need to have people hold you down and make things up about you. Again, the facts are right here. This is just a handful of letters. Oh, he's got it in plastic. There's always something negative to fucking find about somebody. Look at my ex-girlfriend, Jenny. I did nothing to her. She messaged me this morning because she refuses to listen to reason. It's like Maria, what happened recently with her. I did nothing wrong to that woman except for try to take care of her to the best of my ability. And her son. And what did she do? She cheated on me. What did I do wrong? Tell me what I did wrong. There's no explanation for it. There's no explanation. There is no explanation. And then the death of my father on top of that. I have every right to be a fucking asshole when it's appropriate. To this day, I still don't get a thank you. I'm not a glory hound or anything like that, but reciprocity and appreciation does go a long way for people like me. And you get tired of being taken advantage of. You know, my mother was personally attacked recently online by these people just to get to me because I got a personal vendetta against me. And that's why I said, okay, really? Well, here's how I feel about certain things. So when you respond to them, they don't like it, but it's okay for them to do it to you. And I've had to put up with this shit for years, especially by these Star Wars homos in New York and these Freemason jackasses and their associates. And yet I still persevere. I've had people call the FBI on me. I've had people call the police on me. I've been falsely arrested multiple times now. I've had death threats sent to me. I was threatened recently. You all saw that recently, that somebody threatened to fucking smack me and then piss on me. And I'm the bad guy? Bullshit. You people are the bad guys. You people are the fucking bullies. And you have to persevere through all of it. You have to push through all of it. They're watching right now, I'm sure, for their precious little hot takes or some AI video that they can make of me to make me look like a fool. But at the end of the day, you have to keep going. You have to keep going. If you don't keep going, you're going to end up falling apart. You will end up doing something foolish, or you'll make a wrong mistake. You'll let your emotions run away with you. Believe me, I've been down that road, man. I've tried to do things to myself that I'm not proud of. I'm just as human as everybody else. No, it's not fair. There are people who fucking hate my guts because I run my own business from my own home. Because I got good money after I risked my life at that trade center, and that offended them because I'm not disabled enough. Oh, he's jumping in a pool. Oh, he's doing that. He's doing this and he's doing that. Oh, here are his mugshots. See, he's a bad guy. Oh, really? Oh, really? Really? The world is a bad place, not I. I have made plenty of mistakes. I have done a lot of things that I'm not proud of, yes. But to be constantly subjected to the world's bullshit, I don't have to tolerate anything for any reason. I've been used and taken advantage of enough. And I don't have to tolerate it from anybody. And here I am still doing good for people. There's the vacuum I fixed. I got clothes and stuff waiting to give it to the social worker here so that it could be distributed to somebody who can use it, maybe a family, whoever it is that can use this kind of stuff. I don't need a costume. I don't need a mask. I don't need symbols. I don't need Masonic handshakes. I don't need any of that shit. I run my own business. I'm in charge of me. And here's an example of it, right here. A nice big example of it. And people still will fucking hate my guts. The real assholes turn their backs on you, they spit on you, they stab you in the back. They were never your friend or brother. I hate that shit when people throw around the word brother. They're not your fucking friend. They're there to soak you dry. Or suck you dry, I should say, excuse me. They're there to take you for granted, use you for your money and your resources, and then they'll go run. Like I had people accusing me of being on welfare. I tried to kill the mother of my children and this and that. Oh, we got this paperwork. Really? What time did I serve? What hard time did I serve? Oh, these people were around when they wanted me to drive them places, and I would throw fucking parties at my home. But what did any of them ever really truly do for me? Nothing. All the fucking beer people drank on my dime, and they still can't admit they're fucking wrong. And I have every right to feel the way I feel. To this day, I still resent everything that was done to me. To watch these people attack my mother, to attack my dead father, and then you complain when I attack somebody that passed away, fuck that. From fucking doxing to federal agents knocking on my door to having the police call on me for no reason, and you think I'm just going to sit there and take it? Bullshit. Bullshit. The real assholes are the ones that fucking were supposedly my friends patting me on the back. Hey, brother. They were never my brother. They never gave a shit about me at all. I was just another resource to be used. Them Saber Guild sword lightsaber swinging man babies up there probably still have a giant case of my shit that was never returned to me. Nerf guns, darts, extension cords, table easels. But because I was so outspoken, they don't want to ruin their reputation to get free concert tickets, free tickets to sporting events, free tickets to fucking Comic-Cons and all that kind of shit. That's why to this day they still want to shut me up. And I refuse to be quiet. And over the years they went on this again, the most recent things, they put my mugshots out there. I had to pay for incognito to try to remove my fucking internet history because of the doxing that's gone on and the death threats I got and everything else and the personal attacks I still deal with to this day. Here are the acquittal letters, idiots. But they don't want to acknowledge this because their goal is to tear somebody apart, bit by bit, piece by piece, and this is where you have to be strong. And to my viewer, Gooey, believe me, I know what it feels like to feel that much alone that you just want to yourself. I've been there plenty of times, man. Where were these people on Thanksgiving when I was sleeping in my car underneath the Van Wyck Expressway? Where were all these people that I used to feed and all that kind of shit and have them film videos in the backyard of my ex's home? She falsely accused me of cheating on her multiple times. That I used to go to New York Comic Con and fucking Big Apple Con, going around staring at women's asses. And then the same nitwits went out there. Just because I'm standing next to a woman doesn't mean I'm sleeping with that woman. But they put that narrative out there anyway, with no evidence and no proof that I ever slept with another woman or even did anything inappropriate against the mother of my kids. But they put it out there anyway. And she saw that and she believed it. This is what these fuckers do. You think I'm going to apologize to a turncoat? No. And don't expect it. You have to be that strong. I was never this cold in my life, man. I've been through way too much. I've had way too many people throw me under the bus. I get sick and tired of being called crazy when I'm not. I'm a pragmatist. I become more pragmatic as I get older. And the simple fact of the matter is this fucking world and its ethical and moral center has completely been flushed down a toilet. It's circling the drain and the circles are getting smaller and smaller. When I look at video from my former home of New York with naked men running around with little children, that's normal? No, it's not. You people are fucked up, not me. Men in dresses. And I'm the bad guy? No, you are. And you have to be strong. You have to be willing to challenge this stuff. You have to be willing to stand up. It's not easy, man. You're going to find yourself in a very bad position, like even where I am at times, where I'm by myself backed into a corner, but yet I still run my eBay business. I still take care of my health. Thanks to these most recent eBay sales, I picked up more supplements for my blood sugar because I value myself that much. It's not about the money. I care too much about my health. I want to outlive everybody, man. I have that, at least I have that much optimism in me. But it comes at a cost. It comes at a price. And people will fucking hate you for that. If you succeed, they'll hate you. If you have nicer clothes than they do, they'll hate you. If they try to dig up something from your past and don't acknowledge that you're not the man that they made out to be because they decided to fuck with your life, they'll hate you. Especially when you can prove that they're wrong. They'll hate you even more. No, he's a 9/11 fraud. He was never even there. He's 20 miles away. They'll hate you. If you stand out in the crowd like I did during many of those events, well, we like your friends, but we want you to come as Freddy Krueger and dress up for us. Of course, people fucking capture those videos and they still make fun of me to this day. I'm sure they'll do it after I make this live stream. So I know they're watching. They have nothing else to do but obsess over me. But yet I keep going. If you stand out in a crowd, if you are, it's the bucket of crabs analogy. If you climb out of the basket and you go back into the ocean and you escape capture, the rest of the crabs will end up on your dinner plate. I'm the one that got freed or freed myself. I don't have to justify myself. I don't have to agree with anybody. Hey, and some of the people that fucking hate me, they're the ones that voted for communism and socialism and Marxism. Look what New York City's turning into, a shithole. To the point where the families of 9/11 don't even want that radical Muslim asshole going to that fucking site, and rightfully so. Because who is it that flew airplanes into them buildings? Radical Muslims. And New York City today has voted for a radical Muslim. Not knocking all Muslims, I'm just stating fact that the 9/11 families have made it clear they do not want that fucking mayor anywhere near that site. And shame on some of the people in and I hate using the word community. Some people in the 9/11 community still vote Democrat. And I'll get hate for that too. Most of you are the reason why that man is in office right now. And you know you fucked up. You put him in office, and now all of a sudden you're casting him out like a leper, as the Joker would say. Well, you did that to yourselves. Don't blame me. I vote Republican. But I'm the bad guy, right, for calling it out. Because people never want to admit that they're fucking wrong. And it's the 25th anniversary. But I'm still the bad guy for calling it out, right? Bullshit. You did that to yourselves. I saw videos of 9/11 families protesting against Trump during his golf meetings with the Prince of Saudi Arabia. I get why they did that, because there's still a lot of fuck shit that's being investigated with some of the Saudis that potentially and allegedly took place when 9/11 happened, either before or after. So I get why they're upset. I am well informed on this shit. But many of you that vote Democrat, you did that to yourselves. Stop voting Democrat. And now you're bitching, moaning, whining, and complaining about Mamdani. Well, you did that to yourselves. Don't vote Democrat. Simple. Simple. But I'm the bad guy for calling it out. Bullshit. Look in the mirror once in a while. You did that, not me. And you have to take this position, folks, and force people to look in the mirror and say, you did that to yourself. I know where my flaws are. I know what the mistakes I made in my life were. I know where I fucked up in my life here and there, but yet I'm still here. I'm still going. There are things that have happened in my past that I wish didn't happen, but they did. And now I have to move on and keep going. But people want to chain you down to your past. And I say, fuck you, cut them chains off. You have a right to move on, unless you're a pedophile or a murderer or a R-dash, you know what. Doing inappropriate things with women. You have a right to move on. But the thing that irks me the most is when fucking people, they call you brother to your face, and then they fucking stab you in your back and stab you in your heart. And I will never let it go. What people have fucking done to me. People that I helped out and helped them do things and get them to places they wanted to be. And I never asked for anything in return. And yet the same motherfuckers constantly and consistently still come after me for no fucking reason. And then when I lash back, of course, because they want me to stay quiet. They want to keep punching on me. And fuck that. Where were all these people when I needed them the most? When I was going through hard times. I took beatings for fucking people. I spent all my money. There's one guy named Ahmed, what's his name? Ahmed something. I can't remember his fucking name. Right? I'm not even going to pay attention to this person messaging me now. Fuck that. Ahmed Adil. I used to have one of the very first Darth Vader costumes. Here's a good story. One of the very first Darth Vader costumes that I had prior to me searching for these Star Wars cretins that are out there who've turned Star Wars into a political fucking farce. This is when my ex-fiance was still pregnant with my daughter. I went out in this Ruby's costume, the Ruby Supreme costume. My friend Ahmed saw that. We went to some bar out in Astoria when I dressed up in this costume. This man begged me to wear this costume because his girlfriend was going out dressed as Princess Leia at some fucking show or concert. He wanted to borrow the costume. I said, I don't know, man, this is $1,000 costume. It's expensive shit. And being the trusting guy that I am, because he was trying to hook up with a girl. I lent it to him. And then on Valentine's Day, he bothered me and harassed me for $150 fucking dollars. Well, and I remember being with my ex-fiance in CVS in Ridgewood while she was pregnant. And the guy practically begged me for fucking money. And she got angry at me because I lent him that money. He never paid me back. Oh, he gave me back the fucking costume. It was half broken. And to her credit, she kept pushing me. He's had it for over a year. He's had it for like almost 2 years at that point. And he's never returned it to you. That's wrong. And it came fucking broken and stained and everything else. I don't know. Maybe he fucked her in that costume. I don't know. But he never paid me back the money either. And that's the kind of fucking treatment that I would constantly get from people. But when I call it out, I'm the bad guy. I'm a racist. I'm a this, I'm a that. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. It's happened around here where I live with certain people. The only reason why, if I'm sitting on my patio, they come knocking on my fucking door is when I got beer in my hands because I think I'm going to give away fucking beer to everybody. No more. I stopped doing that shit weeks ago. The one fellow that was here in my apartment the other night, at least he brings beer up here, brings a case of beer, you know, and we share each other's beer. It's the only reason why he's allowed up here. Everybody else has been cut off. That's why I don't give out snacks to the kids anymore, because I got taken advantage of. It's not everybody, but certain people that now no longer live here. They're just fucking siphons. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. Whatever happened to that old saying? And it still happens to me to this day. Though not as frequent, because I put my foot down and I said enough. Enough. Fucking assholes up there can't even afford a car. I used to chauffeur these fuckers around all over the place. I'm lucky they even gave me gas money. That wasn't the point. It's because I wanted to have fun, have a good time, and do some good. My motives were different than some other people's motives. Because even at that time, when I was going through hard times after I lost my career, I wanted to reinvent myself. My fucking face was fat. I was taking steroids, you know, because of the issues with the lungs. I mean, you look at Jesus, I've seen photos and videos of me recently, how much weight I mean, you couldn't tell where my fucking neck ended and my head started. That's how much weight I gained at that time. And it took me all these years to finally get my health back in order again. But I'd chauffeur these people everywhere. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely absurd and ridiculous how people are these days. They just take and take and take and take and take. And I feel bad for those that are going through depression. I feel bad for those that are going through anxiety, that have tendencies to want to do that, because fucking people at the end of the day will fail you. When you need them the most, they will fail you. And I don't need to hear from you or anybody else either. You people are the sick ones. I'm done trying to reason with the unreasonable. You failed me. And just like that, poof, gone. For too long now, these things have gone on. I still am being attacked by these fucking people online. They won't leave it alone. They won't leave it the fuck alone. Yeah, I nuked him already. He's gone. I know who this is. I nuked him. This is another person that I thought was a friend and brother. We used to do events together. We used to do all this kind of shit. But he's a turncoat just like the rest of them are. And it's only because I'm speaking up again that they want me to shut up and keep quiet. What's it like to get all those free concert tickets and free Comic-Con tickets and free t-shirts and free? Well, that's really what it's all about, isn't it, brother? When my man Gooey came on that live stream and he said he was in a psych ward because he thought about doing this, I immediately understood what those feelings were. I immediately understood what it was like to be thrown under the bus by your supposed friends and family. I have every right to be angry because I don't want to see anybody do any harm to themselves. Themselves, actually, is the proper way to say that. It's like idiots that say the word often. It's often. The T's silent. Oh, that's one of those things that irks me. That this person tried to harm themselves and ended up in the psych ward. I bet you nobody helped this individual. I wish Gooey was on here right now to talk about it in the chat. And if you are here, you don't have to. But I am pissed off that I had somebody come across this channel who has been a member and a supporter of the channel here and decided to make that kind of profound decision. I've been down that road. You people are sick. Nobody supported me when I was sleeping in my car. Nobody came to my rescue when I needed people the most. I'm still being attacked to this day for no reason at all. I have to file more reports with YouTube because now they attacked my mother. Who's the sick ones, motherfucker? Brother, your fucking friends are the sick ones who have been attacking my mother, my dead father, my dead grandfather. Fuck you. You're sick. And your friends are sick. 501st faggots. Attacking my dead father, attacking my dead grandfather. And I'm the sick one? No. You people are. I don't go out of my way making AI videos resurrecting dead family members like these assholes do. Like these Freemason idiots. They stuff money in an envelope and they claim that they're doing good for society. No, they don't. They're all fucking alcoholics and divorcees themselves. I know that because I used to be one. Single men, divorcees. Half of them are paying child support and all that shit. And they're doing good for society. All they do is stuff money in an envelope, and then they hang out downstairs in their precious little man cave. Well, I've been seeing this recently, that many people are quitting. I have seen it recently, that one person really came out and really wrote down beat for beat why they quit that group. It's become nothing but leftist, homo, pervert, diddler, who, septum ring wearing assholes, all elementary school dorks and nerds who I used to support and stand up for and defend. Some of them, you really don't know their history. Some of them, you really don't know their history like I do. Shh, quiet, don't say that. Don't say that out loud. Somebody from Disney may watch. It's going to ruin our 501c status. Look out. I feel so sorry for one of my viewers that posted that in my live stream last night, that they They ended up in a psych ward because somebody decided on their own to fucking snap judge without any reason or explanation. You're guilty because we said so. Fuck that. No one is guilty because someone said so. Everyone has a fucking right to redemption. Everybody, except if you're a fucking murderer or you do inappropriate things with kids. Everyone deserves a second chance. Everyone. But for a person to make that profound decision to want to terminate themselves, I know what those feelings feel like. That's why I'm making this live stream. I don't care who says what, because I already know there are going to be AI videos of me out there. There are going to be AI videos of them resurrecting my fucking father and resurrecting my granddad. I know it already what they're going to do. And I don't have to apologize to anyone. When somebody comes into my live stream threatening to hurt themselves because they were let down by people that they cared about and trusted, I'm sure that this person, I'd never met this GUI before. I don't know their first name. They use this avatar. They use their screen name. Threatening to terminate themselves. I sympathize with that. Because I know what that's like to be alone, to feel alone, when nobody gives a shit about you. Oh, they'll use you. You are nothing more than a sponge that they wring out. When they can't wring any more out of you, and there's no more drops to wring out of that sponge or that washcloth, they have no further use for you. They'll throw you out like an old newspaper. No one should be made to feel that low and that lonely, to want to terminate themselves. I've been there many times, man. 2 or 3 people I can think of actually came to my rescue when I was sleeping in my car in New York. Everybody else fucking abandoned me. Fuck them. Fuck them. After everything I did for fucking people up there, where are my Nerf guns? $30, $40, $50 a pop. And that's right. I'll block you again. I have that power. It's my turn to speak. Brother. That's why I took the time to do something like this. As menial a task as tearing apart a vacuum cleaner to give it to somebody that's less fortunate than I am, that is being a hero. That is doing the right thing. That is going out of your way to help somebody else that doesn't have anything. I got bags of clothes and washcloths and stuff in my car to give away to somebody that can use it. That is doing the right thing. These people just want you to be like them and think like them. It's the human centipede. If you ever saw that movie where 3 people get stitched together, ass to mouth, they want you to look like them. They want you to talk like them. They want you to behave like them. They want you to believe like them. And you don't have to. I look at Dr. Martin Luther King. I look at Rosa Parks. I look at Harriet Tubman. I look at people like Abraham Lincoln, who questioned the Southern Democrats. Oh, they were all Democrats. I refuse to acknowledge this person. As a matter of fact, give me 1 second, folks. That's all. I don't have to put up with it. I don't have to deal with it. And I won't listen to it. I've been dictated to long enough. And that's why I feel sorry for this viewer, Gooey. And yeah, fuck him. I don't care. I don't care. Fuck him in the asshole with a big rubber dick. I don't care. I put up with it for long enough. When one of my viewers comes into my live stream yesterday, like Gooey did, he was building up to it. He said, "I feel like myself. I can't say it directly on camera because, YouTube's rules." He was talking about running out his life meter. We'll talk about that. We'll say it that way. I know what that feels like when nobody's there for you. When people that you thought you can trust fucking stick a big knife in your back and cut your heart out. And they decide to snap judge you. There's a very famous movie, Stalag 17, I think it's called. I'll refer to that movie. Watch that movie and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And pay attention to one of the main characters, Sefton. Everybody accused him of being a Nazi sympathizer because he knew how to survive. He found a way to survive in the barracks, wheeling and dealing with the Nazis to make sure he was able to get eggs or cigarettes or whatever. He had his own little stash. But because somebody behind the scenes in the shadows was helping the Nazis to find handmade radios, for example, which they put up a tennis net or volleyball net, which doubled as an antenna, somebody ratted them out. And they blamed Sefton because of what it looked like. But yet, by the end of the movie, Sefton was able to identify who it was that was really ratting them out to the Nazis. And that character is somebody I look up to. Because Sefton himself, after they identified the real Nazi sympathizer, they fucking smacked him around. And they duct taped his face shut and put a whole bunch of tin cans on him and threw him outside into the fucking dirt so that the Nazis can zero him and end him. While Sefton and this one captain that they caught escaped the barracks and escaped the compound. Great movie, go check it out, of what happens when you are falsely accused of things you didn't do. Little boy. Or when people fucking turn on you and they refuse to listen to reason. And I hope Gooey is okay. I really hope Gooey is okay. But I've had to endure all of this shit. And that's why when Gooey was threatening to himself in my live stream, and then he finally talked about it last night, that they put him in the psych ward, that they arrested him. It should never come to that. The problem is that we have allowed ourselves to just fucking destroy each other, not give a shit. People will take and take and take and take and take. Like what happened with me in New York many years ago. Take and take and take and take and take. Where are my Nerf guns? Where are my extension cords? Where's all the shit that I gave the Saber Guild? Nobody fucking paid me back. Nobody said, "Hey, you want us to send this to you?" No, they kept it. Of course they did. Cheap shit fucks. I bet you half of them still live with mommy and daddy. Of course they do. It's more important to throw around a lightsaber than it is to actually pay your own rent. Don't give me that bullshit, little boy. The scales are so out of balance here, folks. It's so out of balance that people just refuse to acknowledge that people today are so fucking self-assured and self-important that they can't even look in the mirror. They refuse. And I've got tired of it, especially when one of my viewers is threatening to hurt himself. Like this man. You know what I did for this man before he died? He died of a broken heart. I firmly believe my man Wolf died of a broken heart. Nobody gave him a chance. Nobody paid attention to him. I did. I saw it. I knew it was coming. The first time he came and knocked on my door, I can tell how depressed he was. I saved this man's life not once, but twice from trying to hurt himself. And he was that close. He was on the verge. And he came here in my home and he kept coming back and coming back and coming back. Nobody gave him a chance. People snap judged him. People decided to throw him under the bus. He really tried to be a good guy. He was a good guy. But he got himself mixed up with a lot of the fucking shit and some of these dickheads that are around here. But I noticed it. I saw it. I identified it. I have a photo with the two of us right here in my living room on one of the 2 days where he decided he didn't want to live anymore. And I stopped him from doing something very foolish to himself. Twice. You know what they call that in psychology? When people don't notice that you're going through hard times or they simply don't care. It's like when you see a homeless person in the street and you walk by. It's called a bystander effect. You know there's something going on. You know there's something wrong. There's a person laying bloodied face down on the ground, and you just keep walking and you mind your business. You don't help. You don't stop. It's the bystander effect. Who's truly a person of empathy? We have a tendency these days of just, everybody talks about, oh, it's all about the love. We need to love each other, love each other. No, they don't. They don't want to love each other. They just want something for themselves. And they don't want to give anything back. That's what they believe in. They don't want to give back. They just want to take. And take and take and take. When you truly give, you go in head on, 100%. And that's what I did for this man when he was alive. I made sure that he didn't make any mistakes. But unfortunately, I believe he died. Well, he did die officially of cardiac arrest. I closed his eyes in the hospital. He was one of the most misunderstood guys I ever met. You know why? Because I think ever since he was an American Indian, a true Native American. And once he came into our society, after whatever personal stuff happened with him, I don't know if they shunned him or whatever it is, he hated, just like my dad. My dad was a Pennsylvania mountain man, hated New York City, for good reason, because the people fucking suck. Not all, but some. Most, anyway. Just look at Mamdani. He told me he never, in his accent, if I'm probably going to screw up the accent. You know, Walter, I never had me some sketty. He couldn't say spaghetti for the life of him. It's because of the accent that he had. He never had a plate of fucking spaghetti and tomato sauce until I made it for him. He couldn't believe it. One thing I knew he would like, I made us beef tartare for the two of us with different dipping sauces. Oh, he loved that. He ate that shit right up. Because I understood him. I took the time to actually get to fucking know him. And I actually got down on his level and he got down on mine. But when he came up here hurting, not once, but twice, this man tried to himself. That is empathy. Not swinging around a fucking lightsaber just to be cool because you want to be accepted. Bullshit. all that stuff that I used to do. What's going on, 99? I'm just having a conversation about, Gooey threatening to do something bad to himself. If you actually watch the live stream in the chats, he was alluding to him not being so good, and then he posted in that live stream that he ended up in a psych ward because he tried to himself. And I am now responding to that because I said something which I'm not going to apologize for, because people are fucking so bad and so vicious that, when they need something from you or you're trying to help them with something, they'll take and take and take. But then when the time comes when you're going through hard times, they will stab you in the heart and stab you in your chest and betray you and throw you under the bus. And I literally have an example of that right here in my hands. He was one of the most misunderstood guys out there. He didn't understand American culture. He grew up on a fucking Indian reservation. And of all the people he could run into, he came up to me. Walter, I never done had me some sketty. I don't even know what sketty is. He couldn't say spaghetti for the life of him. I'll never forget his words. And I used to cook for him all the time. The little money that he had, he'd come up here, he'd bring me a tall boy or a beer or two or something like that. I never asked him for anything. He let me use his wash machine a couple times. That was good enough for me. All because I gave him an opportunity to be himself without judgments. That is being a fucking brother. That is being a friend. And when I hear people or see people coming into my live threatening to hurt themselves, that immediately wakes up that part of my brain that remembers what it was like for me when I needed people the most and nobody was there for me. When I needed them the most, I had to leave my home to start over again. And to this day, I'm still attacked. For no fucking reason. That they are uploading AI videos of my mother in front of my dad's grave. What kind of... No, you fuckers are sick. Not me. AI videos of my fucking grandfather who can't speak for himself. AI videos of my dad who can't speak for himself. You are fucking sick. And people like you are fucking sick. Don't come at me trying to come into my fucking live stream when I know what I'm capable of. True empathy. And now one of my viewers, hopefully Gooey watches this live stream and finds this live stream. You're not the only one, man. You don't have to feel like you have to be chained down to your past. You don't have to live in the past. You have a right to move on with your life. You have a right to live your life the way you choose. There are people out there, granted, I don't agree with them with the whole gay shit and the whatever it is that they do. As long as they do it behind closed doors and they don't try to force me into it. Do what the fuck you want. The minute you cross my path and you try to force me to be like you, that's where the problem starts. Live and let live. But no, that's not the way it is anymore. It's either you have to be like us or we won't let you be you. There are clear ultimatums in our society, unfortunately. Be like us, think like us, or we'll destroy you. I've gone out of my way too many times for too many people, taking fucking physical beatings for people, giving people money that I never got back. I mentioned this dude Ahmed. Still owes me $150. Never paid me back. I'll never see that money, all because he wanted to chase around some girl dressed as Princess Leia in my Darth Vader costume. That money should have went to the mother of my kids. Very foolish of me. All the fucking money I spent on masonry, what did I really get out of it? Nothing, really. Because I don't need a suit and tie or a costume to know what it is to take the time to give to someone. It's bullshit. 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 Even with my eBay business, the stuff I've done for the kids around here, giving away snacks and candy and everything else. I don't need a suit and tie. I don't need a fucking apron. I don't need dumbass Tubal Cain handshakes. I don't need a fucking Star Wars costume. I do it myself because I want to do it. Not because I'm trying to earn personal gain out of it. Or concert tickets. Or free t-shirts. Or stuffing money in an envelope pretending I'm actually doing some good. I actually, to this day, still physically do shit for people. Is Gooey doing all right? I have no idea, because he did respond in the chat last night and then all of a sudden dropped off, so I don't know. But according to him, he did end up in a psych ward. He did end up in a psych ward. Unfortunately. And I know what that shit feels like, because it was I've been down that road. When nobody wants to listen, people refuse to be fucking reasonable. And I have to sit here and look at fucking videos of my mother being I have to call my mother later just to get a copy of her driver's license to file a report with YouTube to have certain videos taken down with my mother in there. And for what? What reason? What purpose? The real sick people are you fuckers, not my viewing audience, not my supporters and subscribers. It's these other fuckers that are sick, not me. Do you see me uploading AI videos of these people? Or resurrecting their dead family, or animating their kids saying things that they never said? No, I don't do that. They do that. And their fucking friends do that. Not me. So who's the real bad guy here? They are. The fuck out of here. No one should ever have to be made to feel so fucking low and miserable that they want to end their own life. I know what that feels like. And it needs to be discussed. It needs to be out there. You have to put it out there and force people to acknowledge this shit. I've been down that road. I know what it feels like, man. There were many times inside my car when I was sleeping under the Van Wyck Expressway in the fucking wintertime. I would take fucking handfuls and handfuls of fucking sleeping pills, of NyQuil, hoping to God that I would end up in a fucking cemetery, because I couldn't take it. I couldn't take it. Where was everybody to help me? Yeah, I know. I know. I could have if I wanted to, but I didn't. I can make AI videos too. I don't. Because I'm not like them. I don't do that sort of shit. These people do, and their fucking friends do. You go through their friends list, they're all friends with each other. And they're supposed to be anti-bullying, the 501st and these fucking Freemasons. No, they are more about bullying than anything else, because they see themselves as a higher authority. They don't give a shit about what they do. They're there for the photo ops. I genuinely cared about all the kids we ever saw. I actually broke down at a lot of events crying, because you see some of these kids in hospital beds. That's the end of the road for a lot of these kids. And I made a lot of friends. And as my reputation started to build, well, your friends are cool and everything, but we want you at this event. And a lot of them resented that. No one should ever be made to fucking feel alone like that, to that point where you want to remove yourself from this fucking planet. No one should ever feel that way or be made to feel that way. People need to take care of themselves. A lot of them are all about empathy, empathy. Let's do it together, together, together. Bullshit. They don't do anything together except for fucking blow their own clarion horns and blowing each other. Really getting into the meat and potatoes of getting to know somebody. That's what makes the difference. Like good old Wolf over here. I'm not going to get into his personal issues. Those conversations stay between him and I. But I got to know him. I took the time to know him. I understood him. I know why things happen to him. But when he came into our society after he got shunned from his reservation, and he really didn't even do anything that bad. I'll say that much. But it's a cultural thing. Well, past tense was a cultural thing with him. That they removed him for such a simple fucking stupid thing. That he was such a lost puppy that when I met him, I'm telling you, it took a couple times for me to stop him from doing very foolish things to himself. That is true empathy, my friends. Not people taking and taking and taking, and then you go out of your way to help people and you get fucking nothing in that aspect in return. Who's the real bad guy here? The fucking things I've done for people over the years, beatings I've taken for those who were not as strong as I am. Hey, man, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I'm Mr. Tough Guy. Hey, I've lost a lot of fights, but I've won some fights. I've literally put myself in the line of fire to defend those that are much weaker than I am physically. And that's what convinced me to lose all the weight. After what happened at Walmart last year, or me getting sucker punched, I had enough. I'm like, you know what? I'm really going to clamp down on myself physically. And you've all seen the results of that. And people fucking hate that. You cannot reason with certain people, folks. Don't even try. You can't reason with the unreasonable. There's no point. But you get fucking tired after a while in your life. When you have people that call you brother, they call you friend. Oh, they'll show up to your home and you fucking cook for a dozen people or so. But God forbid something goes wrong. All of a sudden they vanish. Fuck you. Fuck you. And with everything I've been through, especially with my dad dying and what happened with this girl cheating on me, I'm still here. I hate it because you lost all that weight, and if I eat a salad, I gain 5 pounds. 99 is saying, have you decided who's getting the vacuum? Yeah. So basically, what I'm going to do, it's still too early in the morning yet, and it is Wednesday, so the leasing office is closed. I don't know if the social worker's office is closed today as well. I'm going to wait until about noon-ish. Because I got bags of stuff. I got washcloths. I have shirts. A lot of them still with tags on them. I think they have, one shirt that I saw has tags on them. There's washcloths. There's plastic containers. There's all sorts of stuff that I, cleaned up or whatever, or just have that I don't use. Obviously, the vacuum cleaner, I'm going to bring that to the social worker, and hopefully she can distribute that to people that need it. It's an impressive setup that they got. I was shocked when I walked in there the other day, how impressive it is in there. Like they thought of everything. There's food for people in case, they're having trouble paying their rent and all. It's quite impressive. I am thoroughly impressed. See, that's how you do it. That is helping somebody. And I want to be a part of that. And I'm going to be a part of that. And I still got a lot more stuff to go through. And I don't need pictures or photos or certificates or thank you notes. Fuck that. Come on, man. I don't need a copyright strike. Go. But these are the real sick puppies. The truly sick. I really don't care. I feel sorry for people. I feel sorry for those we've lost. No, they are sick puppies. They're the sick puppies. Thank you for that. It's true. Death threats, doxing, calling the police on me. They are the sick puppies, not I. And yet I'm still here. But to see somebody else go through that, like I saw with Gooey, that's what prompted me to do this live stream. No one should ever feel that alone. And no one should ever be made to feel that alone. I wonder if the place of his employment will take a look and say, hey man, wow, we didn't think it was going to affect you that much. See, that's fucking empathy for you. We didn't know it was going to affect you that much. I'm sorry. Oh, but nobody knows how to say I'm sorry. I say I apologize when it's merited, which I've done here on the channel. I got to get those eBay orders out today. Yeah, I have them sitting right there on my TV stand. They'll definitely go out today. But nobody should even, I know what that's like to think like that. Nobody should ever think about ending themselves because of somebody else's bullshit. I've been there, man. I know what it feels like. When people just they strip you down and they keep going after you and they keep going after. What's the purpose of taking images of my mother in front of my father's gravesite? Those people are sick. Resurrecting my dead father. For what fucking purpose? I bet you this Richard Cuesta won't acknowledge that. But I'm the bad guy. Fuck you. Fucking traitor, another traitor. And I used to stand side by side with that fellow. I thought he was one of the nicest guys I ever knew, but he's a turncoat as well. And quite frankly, I don't care. Where was he when I was sleeping under a fucking bridge? Where was he when I was in 20-degree weather by myself, alone? But it's okay to do all these Star Wars events together, right? Oh, it's all about the free t-shirts and free concert tickets. Because I wasn't one of them. Very sad, folks. I want to see something, guys. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. I'll be back in maybe like 15, 20 seconds, something like that. So stay right there. Sorry about that, guys. My apologies. See, that's an apology. Because I did something that slowed down the live stream, and you have to apologize for that. That's a proper apology. No one should be ever made to feel that fucking alone that you want to end yourself, man. That resentment that I feel will never fucking go away. It never will. And it's justified because look at what they've done. 10 to 15 years of nothing but fucking doxing and personal attacks and calling federal agents to my home. Fuck these people, man. They are the sick ones, not I. I take no responsibility for other people's fucking behavior when I don't do things like that to people. I don't call federal agents to people's homes. I don't call child welfare to people's homes. I don't call the police under false pretenses to people's homes. They've done it to me. Fucking assholes. Don't come at this fucking channel. Don't come at me. These fucking people are the sick, twisted reprobates that they fucking resurrected my father in AI videos. They did it to my mother recently, and now I have to get my mother's driver's license to have that video taken down that I saw. The fucking nerve. And I'm the bad guy? And these are all fucking friends of these 501st homos. You don't see me doing that. You don't see me resurrecting people's fucking children or whatever the fuck. What if I did that to two of these fellas that passed away recently? And I resurrected them and I made AI videos. Oh, they'll be all up in arms if I did that. But they can do it to me, right? The fucking scales are out of balance. That's why I feel sorry for this gooey dude, because I'm going through it now still. What purpose? What reason does somebody have to end up in a fucking psych ward because they feel like they don't want to live anymore? That one of my viewers decided that his life isn't worth living, that he decided to do this thing to himself. And I'm the bad guy for pointing it out. Because everything is so happy and gay. Bullshit. People are fucking awful, man. Like I said, I got the receipts right here when they were putting my mugshots out. I am an innocent man, but yet they persist. And I had to hire a fucking company to try to at least try to put the brakes on that shit. But at least I've got the paperwork to prove it. It's not fucking right, man. Did this thing finally harden up? It looks like it. It's not fucking right. It's not right. That you're like, if I wanted to, I can make any new eBay orders. Yeah, these are my next eBay orders right here, including one baseball card. Yeah, man, baseball cards are they're not doing it, man. They're really not doing it, but here they are, all packed up and ready. It's got my typical stuff on it. I don't want to dox my customers, but it's got all the typical labeling and all the typical stuff on there. And I still have a lot of stuff I want to list. And thanks to these most recent eBay orders, I actually ordered myself some more supplements because I'm running low on some stuff. So, you know, my eBay sales are paying for that, which is good. That's what I want. It's a real fucking shame. I genuinely don't have any hate or hatred in my heart, but I do have resentment. I do have resentment. I do resent certain people and what was done to me. It's okay for them to fucking bully on me, but I can't bully back. They don't like that. They can make AI videos of my dad, but if I did that to their kids, then I'm a bad guy, right? Fuck that. That's what they do. They're very smart with that kind of shit. Imagine if I started making AI videos of people's kids. They lose their fucking marbles. But they can do it to me all day long, right? No, you people are sick. And the amount of people that I see that are quitting that 501st bullshit because of all this left-wing socialist Marxist faggot supporting bullshit, they should start their own groups and get away from that. Believe me, there are a lot of them that have fucking criminal convictions against them. That most of them are ex-alcoholics, divorcees, You have no idea what festers in these groups. And yet they come after me. Oh, he's a 9/11 fraud. He was 20 miles away when it happened. But there's the fucking proof. I've had people call my union hall. The business agents will call me saying, "Well, what the fuck is going on here?" People are calling up about you. I'm like, well, let them call. Let them call. Because they're trying to prove a point to fuck with my life and to fuck with my reputation because of jealousy. Because I got money that they didn't get. I was in the newspapers in a way that they weren't. People were willing to pay me to dress as Darth Vader and Freddy Krueger for birthday parties and all that kind of shit, which they didn't do. Or couldn't have done because, well, they're not me. And that's a humble brag, by the way. They only continue the bullying because they're in an echo chamber group. Yeah, it's the same shit. Because it's the human centipede, ass to mouth. See, like me, I've always been outspoken. I always voice my opinions. Nothing's ever going to change that. Let me unplug this because I don't want my battery burning out. They don't like people that speak out. They don't like people that are the separate voice. It's either you're part of the thing or you're not. And they will excommunicate you as a result. That's what happened because I spoke up. I spoke up in defense of myself and nobody stood up with me. It's a real shame because in my heart, man, I fucking loved doing it. I really did, man. Especially when you see the reactions on the little kids when you see some of these guys doing what they do. And what I used to do, man, they walk right up to you, hey. It was a lot of fun, man. I do miss it, but it turned into something else now. They claim to have these anti-bullying things, but they're the fucking biggest bullies on the planet. Look what the franchise has turned to. Everything ends up in fucking Ollie's. It's landfill. Because people are fucking tired of being inundated with this shit. Because of the fucking politics that have now been injected into the franchise. We don't want to see gay, lesbian witches in Star Wars. Period. And everything that has come out recently has been an epic fail. With the exception of The Mandalorian. And I hope our boy Gooey is okay. I hope he's feeling all right. I hope he's recovering. And if you're out there, Gooey, just let us know. Let me know in my chat or put it in the video, comment somewhere. Let us know how you're doing. I hope you didn't follow through with certain things. I mean, again, what's my plan today? Well, obviously, I want to bring that vacuum cleaner to the social worker if she's there. I want to bring those clothes and the other stuff that I have to the social worker so that this way she can distribute it to whoever she needs to distribute it to. I might do a review today. I actually have another review unit I have to pull out of my closet that I dug up that I completely forgot. As a matter of fact, I can show it to you guys. Ooh, excuse me. I forgot I even had this. I've had this since the inception of the channel. And I never opened it. I made a YouTube short about it. That's the premium finished Beast Wars Optimus Primal versus Megatron 2-pack. I never reviewed this. Even though I do have the first issue of what we call Barney the Dinosaur Megatron up on my shelf, and I do have the Optimus Primal up there. But this was the Japanese repaint of that. They went back and repainted it. And now they're releasing like 9-packs of the Japanese Beast Wars recolored and the Predacons, I should say, excuse me. And they're releasing a Maximal pack of the premium finish Maximals to the public. And meanwhile, I have these two sitting in my closet the whole time. I'm like, geez. You know, I completely forgot I even had this thing. But after digging through all my stuff yesterday and the past couple of days, throwing out garbage and boxes and stuff, you never know what you dig up. I can imagine what's going through Gooey's mind. I know what that feels like, man. Boy, do I know what that feels like. When people fucking turn on you. But are Barney shoulders purple? Yeah, they're, well, actually, I think they're green on my copy. I don't even know. I haven't picked up that figure in a long time. Matter of fact, let's figure it out. No, they're not. They're not. Well, they're peach and purple. Yeah. So this is the first iteration of Barney the Dinosaur Megatron, and he's a hefty boy, man. He's a hefty boy. Yes. Yes. Predacons. I can't do that. I can't do that David K voice for the life of me. But this is fairly accurate to the cartoon. The other one's supposed to be a little bit more color corrected for the cartoon or for the CG Beast Wars. You could tell I really never messed around with this thing because he's still squeaky. He's been a statue up on my shelf, and I never reviewed him on a channel. But I hope my man Gooey is okay, man. I really do. I hope he's all right. No one should be made to feel that low and that alone to want to do that to yourself. I've been there, man. I know what it feels like. I've been behind glass walls myself. Fucking sucks when you feel like that, when you're made to feel like that because the world does that to you. But you gotta somehow, man, you gotta keep going. Let me go use the restroom, folks. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, folks. Let me make myself a little something to eat here quick. Let me turn on the TV so I can see the chat. I feel like making myself a couple turkey hot dogs. Real fucking shame. is this? Wait, what is that? Worst fans what? Just bear with me here for a moment, and I apologize, guys. So they're showing new images of the new Cyclonus that's supposed to be coming out soon. I mean, I like the Cyclonus that I already have, even though he's turned yellow. My bad, guys. I'm just hunting around for... Oh, there it is. Okay. Found it. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to transfer... You know, I might as well just make myself a good breakfast. Guys, do me a favor, if you're regular viewers to the channel and regular viewers or supporters, what have you, do me a favor, hit that like button for me. Much appreciated. Much appreciated, guys. Thank you for the continued support. You don't have to let yourself be fucking thrown under the bus. So hit that like button. 2 of you have done so far. Much appreciated, everybody. I really thank you so much. So I think I'm going to scramble me up some eggs. That's a real shame that, again, like I said, I know what that shit is like, man. I really feel, I hope Gooey's okay. I hope Gooey finds this live stream and he comes on here and gives us an update as to how he's doing. Just want to make sure the camera's pointed at me. I'm going to mix me up some eggs. I really hope Gooey's doing all right, man. Nobody should, you should not have to feel like that or be made to feel like that. That's a fucking sin. Believe me, I know what it feels like. It's not a nice feeling. Rather, it's actually quite awful. You think you have people that care about you and love you. Hey, Ollie, what's going on, my man? How you doing this morning? I'll catch you up real quick. One of our fellow channel members here yesterday, unfortunately, during my live stream, ended up potentially doing something to himself that nobody should really do. And, you know, I'm responding to that because it's not a nice thing when somebody gets to that point. No one should ever feel that fucking low to the point where you end up in the psych ward, man. That is just... I sympathize, man. You know, you guys see what's been happening with me. You know, being fucking cheated on for no reason. Being falsely accused of things. People throwing you under the bus. People using you. All that kind of shit. You know, apparently they doxed him. At least according to him, that, you know, he filed a report against somebody. He filed a report against somebody, and then they turned around and dug up something about him in his past, apparently, that, in my opinion, really isn't all that serious. And they fucking fired him for it. From his job that I think he said he did it for what, 11 years or something like that? That's a long time, man. Especially if it's something that you love and enjoy. You know, and it's not like if you're getting laid off or something like that. You know, that could become part of your permanent work history, you know? I really feel sorry for the guy. And that, by definition, is cancel culture. That is cancel culture. You know, there are truly bad people out there in this world. And people make mistakes, unfortunately, in their life. God knows I've made plenty. But you should not be fucking held to one point in your life. You should be allowed to move on and live your life, move past your mistake, and not be held down to that mistake unless you're like a murderer or something like that. Or you're truly a bad guy. I mean, I just hope he's all right. But that set me off to no fucking end because I know what that feels like to be thrown under the bus by people. And I will not apologize for anything I say. I refuse to apologize. You get tired of people stabbing you in the back, stabbing you in the heart, using you, taking you for granted, all that kind of shit. People who call you brother. Oh, it's like women. Women say this too. Even though we're not together anymore, I'll always love you. No, that's not true, because if you love somebody, you would still be with them. Don't ever let women tell you that fucking lie, by the way. Even though we're not together anymore, I'll always love you. You'll always be the one. Oh, really? Explain the guy that's on the side that you're holding his hand next to you. Yeah, we're always going to be together. Is that why the two of you are holding hands, motherfucker? I kind of want to put some bacon in this too, but I got mushrooms. Maybe I should mix up some mushrooms. You know what I'm going to do? I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going all on protein here. Oh, I got hot dogs here. Never mind. Okay. Oh, those are turkey slices. You know what I'll do? I'm going to cut up some turkey slices and go all out protein here. You'll always be the one, even though we're not together anymore. What kind of fucking... That is by far the biggest sign of sociopathy when a woman says that. Well, you're always gonna be special to me. I'll always love you. Yeah, that's why you fucking broke up our relationship, and now you're with Tweedledum over there, right? How fucking stupid do you think I am? Again, that's like Jenny this morning sending me that message. I know she doesn't love this guy. What's his name? Shavi, whatever the fuck. And yet she's still hinting towards me leaving this apartment. But what do I get if I leave this apartment? Does she want to get back together? Does she not want to get back together? I don't know. But look at what she did to me. She by far did the fucking most damage. Yeah, the Popeye goon. But I'm the bad guy. Again, right? So she walked out. She cheated. She did all this shit, but I'm the bad guy, right? Nonsense. Nonsense. Fucking nonsense. Ugh, I don't know if I want to put that many mushrooms in here. I should make me some pasta tonight. See, I really do wish Gooey was on here because I want him to see that, like, see stuff like this, even cooking is enough to take me out of feeling bad about things. You really shouldn't. Fucking people are fucking vicious, man, let me tell you. But it's okay for them to be vicious, but you're not allowed to be vicious in return, right? Get the fuck out of here. Kiss my ass. Let me see here. Oh, yeah. Some turkey and some mushrooms, and the rest I'll save for later. Yeah, I'm the bad guy. Bullshit. You call somebody brother, you better make sure that you use that word correctly. Call somebody brother, they're supposed to be your fucking family. You stand up for your family. You be there for your family. You don't throw them under the fucking bus to protect your own selfish self-interest. And I will never be fucking silent as to what was done to me. Ever. Not in a million years. And to this day, I still get relentlessly attacked. Now, imagine if I made AI videos of their kids. Imagine if I did that. Oh, you know what the reaction will be. Again, that's why I feel sorry for this dude, man. I know what it feels like. When people that you thought loved and cared about you never did in the first place. They were just there to fucking use you for what you got. Throw you under the fucking bus when they don't need you. They suck you dry for every bit of fucking resource that you got. That's why you can't trust anybody anymore. You simply cannot trust anyone anymore. You can't. You simply can't trust anybody anymore. There is no trust. That was my biggest fucking regret in life. I should have listened to the mother of my kids. I should have never have joined up with them Freemasons. I should have never have joined up with them Star Wars groups. And I have to live with that. That's my mistake. I own that. Because if I knew that these people would be this way, especially now with the fucking political ideologies and the bullshit that they're pushing in the movies and in the franchise itself, I would have never have joined up with them. Hundreds, if not thousands of fucking dollars I spent on these people. The fucking coins, the shirts, the hats. Everything. I would have never, ever, ever, ever have spent that kind of money. Hindsight is 20/20. It's a real shame. It's the one major regret I have in my life. I wish I never fucking met those people. Not all of them, but quite a few of them. And I'm the asshole. Get the fuck out of here. Low life dirtbags. regret that I ever joined up with them guys. One of the biggest mistakes I ever made. Coward fucking bookworms. And they are bullies. Like I said, I've learned recently how many of them actually quit. And everybody's on the same page with those that have quit already. It's all about the fucking message. Oh, that actually looks really good, man. You guys I'll show you this plate when I'm done. I was going to throw some cheddar cheese in there, but I'm going to throw some Parmesan on it instead. I regret that I ever met them people. And I used to look up to them too. When I seen all these videos, the recruitment videos. Am I making an omelet? No, I'm making scrambled eggs with mushrooms, mushrooms, turkey, and Parmesan cheese. Man, do I regret ever joining with them people. They've been nothing but a fucking headache and a nightmare. I gotta get me an emery stone to sharpen my knives. Excuse me. I could just imagine what must have been going through his head after he got back home. Because their instant assumption when you're in a psych ward like that is that you're not just a danger to yourself, you're a danger to others. And until you speak to a psychiatrist, not even a psychologist, a psychiatrist, they will not let you out of that facility. Because of people's goofy imagination that they think you're actually going to go out there and do some bad shit to people. When all you're doing is feeling bad because of what other people did to you. That's the dirty trick I learned with this whole PTSD shit. How to harass and bully people? Yeah, well, it was about raising money for charity. It was about going to children's hospitals. But now it's been infiltrated by all these fucking bookworm, reject, people that just want to find their place. They just want to be part of something. Part of what? A political action? A group that is into political action? That's not what the fucking 501st and all these Star Wars groups was about. They have all this anti-harassment and anti-bullying shit. Meanwhile, they're the biggest fucking bullies out there. When certain shit was shared with me recently and I seen how many people quit, I hate this plastic fucking spatula, I really do. How many people have quit recently? I don't blame them. The fucking franchise has lost its way. There's no imagination left anymore. Look what they did to Gina Carano. That's the best example of it. They threw Gina Carano under the bus because she went beep bop boop. Who gives a fuck? Good enough right there. Let it cook on its own for a little bit. Throw the Parmesan in there while it's still hot. A little Himalayan rock salt. A little bit of black pepper. And boom, you got yourself a nice, big, hearty breakfast. It's a shame, like I said, I miss it. There are times I miss it. I met a lot of good people through them groups. What they stand for now, they will excommunicate anybody that's not like them. That's who they are, that's what they are. Oh, that's a big protein breakfast right there, man, if I didn't see one. But that still bothers me with gooey. It really bothers me. You think these freak shows would say, hey, is everything all right with this guy? Is everything all right? Everybody, is he fine? How's he doing? Of course not. Of course not. They got to masturbate to their lightsabers, you know? What am I in the mood to drink? I already drank my Red Bulls for the day. I met my quota, so I'm going to get me some of that cranberry juice that's in there. Fucking bullshit. Fucking traitors. You know, if I'm going to do breakfast like this, I'm going to do it right. Get some orange juice. I want to be part of something. Yeah, I'm sure you do. You're not part of things for the right reasons. Nice ring of ketchup around there. I really don't like a lot of ketchup on my eggs, but in this case, look at the size of that thing. It's all protein right there, folks. Let me set the camera back up over at my desk. I hope you're out there, Gooey. I hope you didn't do anything stupid. I really hope you didn't do anything dumb, my man, to hurt yourself. That would suck. The last thing we need is another casualty of war. All right, there we go. That's the last thing we need is to have another casualty on our hands. Cheers, guys. Oh, I'm definitely going to enjoy this. It's a real shame that this is the world we live in. And people absolutely refuse to take responsibility for their own shit. You know, you see it out in the streets with these leftists daisy chaining themselves together. And then when the cops intervene, they blame the cops. Bullshit. You shouldn't be daisy chaining yourself in the first place, idiots. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You blame the cops for what you're doing. Bullshit. It's like these jerk-offs that go in front of the ICE facility, or ICE facilities, and they're handcuffing themselves to things. and causing all sorts of trouble. But then when the cops come out and they tell them to leave and they don't, and they get pepper sprayed or pepper balled, all the cops are the bad guys. Bullshit. Bullshit. You did that to yourself. You shouldn't have been there in the first place. But I do feel sorry for my man Gooey. You should not be, no one should ever get like that. I mean, I get like that too. I've had my moments where I feel like I just want to phone it in and give up. Can't let it happen. You just have to keep going, man. You keep going and you keep going and you don't stop. Even now I'm looking outside my window. Alexa, what's the current temperature?
Good morning, Walter. Right now, it's 83 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, it's supposed to be pushing like close to 90 today. Arguably, it's supposed to be much cooler today. You know, it's crazy. It's like life is not that bad, man. It can't be that bad. I mean, I've had bad times in my life. And through the grace of God, somehow, I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still alive. I'm still surviving. It's just, it's sad when I see another human being telling themselves that they don't want to live anymore. And it happened on this channel. And yet, instead of focusing on the subject matter, again, I get attacked. I give the mother and my kids a lot of credit. She told me, stay away from these people. Stay away from the Masons. Stay away from these Star Wars people. They're just here to use you. And I didn't listen. In hindsight, I didn't listen. I didn't fucking listen. I should have listened. It's the one regret I do have. She saw something that I didn't. She really saw something that I didn't. Real shame, huh, folks? Hindsight truly is 2020. And I feel sorry because she used to plead with me. They're just, Walt, I love you. I know you're trying to do the right thing and you're trying to help out kids, but these people are just using you. Half of them live at home with their families. The other half don't own an automobile. Some of them don't have good jobs like you have. or whatever. And she tried to talk me out of it many times. I should have listened. It's the biggest regret that I got is I joined up with these fucking groups. It's a real shame. Oh man, that was good. I hope Gooey is going to be all right, and I hope he sees this live stream. And there's no, hey Gooey, if you're watching this, man, there's no shame in feeling the way you're feeling. You have every right to feel let down and hurt and disappointed by people. I know exactly what that feels like. But life goes on, and you have to try your best to keep going. You have to try your best with whatever you got. Do the best you can with what you got. It's all you can really do. Believe me, man. I know what that's like. I've been down that road, man. You know, it can get very, very lonely sometimes. But the trick is to keep yourself busy. Don't give up who you are. Nobody on this fucking planet is a perfect angel. Nobody on this planet is God's gift to the earth. Even though some people would like to be, they're not. Let's see, what's this here? Just caught my attention. Guys, don't go nowhere. Give me like 10 or 20 seconds. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, folks. My apologies. Just got a silent notification there on my phone. It's a real shame. It's a real shame. At this point, I'm lost for words because, you know, I'm sitting here eating a big plate of food, drinking a nice cool glass of OJ. Got my eBay business. I'm surrounded by all this stuff. I got eBay orders to take out. Excuse me. And my neck, you hear that crunching and crackling in my neck. Got the stuff to give to the social worker to hopefully give to somebody that's less fortunate than me. And through all the adversity I've been through in the past few years, still finding a way to keep going. And people will fucking hate you for that. They want you to shut up and go away. And that's what happened with Gooey. Most likely. I hope he's going to be all right. You know, it's like when a woman tells you, you know, when she decides to break up with you because she found another guy to suck his wallet dry. You will always be the most special to me. I'll always love you. Really, that's why you're ending the relationship, that you always love me? Get the fuck out of here. You're trying to absolve yourself from guilt or any emotional attachment to what you are causing right now. It's backwards, man. It's truly backwards. It's truly fucking backwards. I just hope none of you ever reach that point where you feel so bad, so down, and so alone, and how people make you feel so sad, so down, and so alone, that you would even think about that. You exist, you are alive, you are breathing, and those that seek to destroy you, they want you to just go away. Secretly, they wish you dead. They don't want you talking, they don't want you thinking, they don't want you breathing. They don't want you being around. They want you to disappear. And if they truly cared about you, they wouldn't call you brother, they wouldn't call you friend, they wouldn't call you any of that stuff. You know, but knowing like what I went through, looking down the barrel, so to speak. It's a very lonely feeling, man. It's the worst feeling. When it's like, you know, people know you're there, but they don't care enough. Very, very lonely feeling. Again, guys, do me one huge favor. I haven't shilled the eBay store because this is too much of a serious conversation. Just do me one favor and hit that like button. What's going on, Biggie? How you doing? Guys, just do me that favor. If you haven't hit that thumbs up button, do so for me. You know, this is a pretty serious topic. You know, I don't want to shill the eBay store or any of that other stuff. It's because of the nature of it. Yeah, you know what it is, Biggie? One of my viewers had threatened to do something rash to themselves over the past 2 days. Yesterday in the live stream, Gooey goes under the avatar Gooey. Ended up in the psych hospital, most likely for thinking the wrong way, unfortunately, and I'm taking it very personally. Because I know what that shit feels like when you've reached that point that you should never have to ever think like that. And of course, I came under attack because, you know, someone who I thought was my friend fucking threw me under the bus. And then more jackasses came on to the live stream, which I've blocked, because they threw me under the bus for their free concert tickets and shit. Who left me to fend for myself. And when I needed them the most, they were nowhere to be found. And when I saw that this happened to one of my viewers, it pissed me off to no end, because you should never feel like that. I know what that feeling feels like, man. Where you just want to lights out. No one should be made to feel like that. No one should be made to feel like that. And fucking people should be ashamed of themselves for allowing somebody to reach that point. Instead of jumping to fucking conclusions and judging people, maybe you should take the time to fucking talk to somebody and find out what happened before you throw people under the bus. But no. People have to have their fucking photographs, and they have to have their free t-shirts and free concert tickets or whatever the fuck it is. And I take it quite personally. Especially now that this has happened to one of my viewers. And knowing how many times it's happened with me in the past, no one should ever be made to want to do themselves in. No one. even my enemies. Gooey, if you're out there, I wish you luck. I hope you didn't do nothing dumb. Because he did disappear from the live stream last night. Fucking sucks, man. Human nature is just awful. Human nature is just awful. Just awful. And the thing is, human beings are capable of so much beauty, man. But you don't see animals in nature fucking each other over just to give themselves a little extra clout in our social structures and social clubs. This topic to me has become very exhausting, my friends. You know, I look outside at the tree. It's a beautiful day outside. I look at the trees. I look at the bushes. I listen to the birds chirping out there. The fuck, man. Doesn't have to be like this. Doesn't have to be like this. Guys, if you ever feel like you're down, get help. Get some help. There's no shame in it. I do it once in a while when I feel down. If you got friends, family, get some fucking help, man. Talk to somebody. You don't need to fucking do away with yourself because you're feeling that low and that depressed. There are people that want others to go away and disappear. Look what happened with Charlie Kirk. And as much as I can't stand Trump anymore these days, look what people have been doing to him. That's the world we live in. When they really want you to shut up and go away, people are just insane. But if you ever feel that down, man, either keep yourself busy or talk to family, friends, go talk to a psychiatrist or a psychologist. Get some fucking help, man. No one should ever be made to feel like that. And choose your friends wisely, because people that call you brother and friend, just make sure they're really, really your friend. And not a bunch of traitorous turncoats. Man, this topic actually has me exhausted. You know, because I think about it. I'm trying to put myself in his shoes, being asked 1,000 questions. Do you think you're going to kill yourself? Do you want to kill yourself? Do you want to hurt yourself? Do you want to hurt somebody else? How are you feeling? I mean, that's what they do. They basically interrogate you, because that's what they do. They either lock you in a fucking room, a room like a jail cell, or they put you behind glass walls. Like, it's fucked up. It's not cool, man. But for some of us, and like I said, I know what it feels like when you feel that alone and you feel that down, when nobody's on your fucking side, and people turn their backs to you. It leads to things like this. Anyway, folks, I'm exhausted talking about this topic anymore. It's making me sicker and sicker. And actually, I feel like it's dragging me down to even continue to talk about this anymore. If you don't feel right, man, there's plenty of phone numbers to call. Go see a shrink. Go see some family. Hang out with your friends, or occupy your time. You don't need to fucking take your life, man, or even think about doing it. I've been there. I know what it feels like. There are times I feel like that too. When all hope is lost, man, you don't have to just roll over and quit. A little bit after 10:30. You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to lay down for a little bit and then do what I got to do for the rest of the day. I got the whole day at my disposal. So, guys, please be safe. Please take care. There's no need to fucking hurt yourself. I know what that feels like. It's very lonely when people aren't there for you. Believe me, I get it. More than any of you know. And you don't have to be alone. You shouldn't be alone. And if you are alone, find things to do. Get, like with me, with my various hobbies and things like I do, like doing simple repairs on a vacuum cleaner. You don't need to destroy the most precious thing that you have, and that's your life, man. And that's pretty much it. Take care, guys.